This video follows up on our earlier videos on the regular verbs in the simple present. We're going to focus on the use of the verb to do. Let's look at affirmative sentences. These are sentences that do not contain the word not, the contraction for not, or the word no. Number 1, he cooks breakfast every day. 2, you play soccer every weekend. 3, we practice English every Thursday. And you notice that in number 1, which is the third person singular, the verb has an S at the end. Now let's look at negative sentences. These are sentences that contain the word not, contractions for not, or the word no. Number 1, she does not cook rice. Number 2, he doesn't save money. Number 3, we don't go to class. Notice, even though these verbs are in the simple present, we have to use the verb to do. And the verb to do is conjugated just like a regular verb. I do, you do, he, she, or it does, we do, and they do. And notice the contraction for does not is doesn't. The contraction for do not is don't. It is very common to ask questions that are answered by yes or no. Number 1, does she clean the house? 2, do you like coffee? 3, do you want to drink coffee? Again, notice that even though this is in the simple present, we have to use the verb to do along with our base verb in order to ask questions. When we answer those questions, there are basically 3 ways we can answer. We can answer yes or no, and that's a complete answer. We could answer with a more complete sentence, or we can add the word to do in order to provide emphasis. So for number 1, does she clean the house? I can answer yes, or I can answer yes, she cleans the house. And notice here, regular simple present verb, or I can emphasize yes, she does. For number 2, do you like coffee? I can answer no, no, I don't like coffee, or no, I don't like it. Now notice, whenever we're making a negative, we have to use the verb to do. Number 3, do you want to drink coffee? Yes, or yes, I want to drink coffee, or yes, I do want it. Now notice the difference between the 2 affirmative sentences here. In the normal answer, I want to drink coffee, we do not use the verb to do. In affirmative statements, we only add the verb to do if I want to emphasize that yes, I do want it. We can also ask WH questions in the simple present. And again, when we're asking questions in the simple present, we need to use the verb to do. So our format is the WH word plus do or does plus the subject plus the base verb plus the complete meaning. Let's look at our WH words. Where indicates location, when indicates time, who indicates a person, what indicates a thing, what time indicates time, why asks for a reason, how asks about ability. And even though the word how does not start with WH, we include it in this group. So notice I've highlighted the verbs, either the to-do verb, do or does, and then the base verb. Let's read these sentences. Where does he go to school? When do we study this week? Who does he meet today? What does she want for dinner? What time does the movie start? Why does Henry work on Friday? And finally, how does this phone work?